New at 10, local groups in Michigan are discussing the impact of the new GOP healthcare bill. A local town is being recognized for being stellar. Security officials in Europe are on alert after another suspected terror attack, but this time in Paris. Early voting is already underway at the Skillet, and official voting, though, kicks off this Friday. There will be a ticket booth, red, white, and blue flowers. Another bombshell report tonight into the private operations of the Trump administration. Do not eat the tacos. Do not eat them. New at 5, a multi-million-dollar plan to move South Shore tracks could also be rerouting residents. Do you have any words to say to the people that you continue to serve today?
Not right now.
Matt Redkin keeps saying February's over. It's not really over, but it almost feels like it is. It's a South Bend intersection that neighbors say is scary. Tonight, we're learning more about what the city will do about it.
And new at 10, concerns in a Mishawaka neighborhood following a dog attack that sent an elderly woman to the hospital.
Her poodle was killed by a pit bull in that attack, and now the city of Mishawaka and the Humane Society have deemed that dog dangerous. WSBT 22's Danielle Kennedy is at the live desk. Danielle, what happens when a dog is labeled dangerous? 20 years in prison for a man who pleaded guilty in a deadly shooting. Bryant Lacey was sentenced today in St. Joseph County. He pleaded guilty last month to voluntary manslaughter with a deadly weapon. Police say that Lacey shot and killed Daryl Lawrence during a fight over drugs in 2012. Lacey was arrested in 2015. New information tonight about an Elkhart County death investigation. Police now tell us a 17-year-old boy has committed suicide. His body was found in a field just east of Cobus Creek County Park over the weekend. Matt, thank you. An update tonight on the Twickenham Hills Community Pool. The board of directors voted tonight to keep the pool open this summer. Officials say that last week they needed more memberships to open. They say competition from other summer activities is keeping more people from joining. If the pool hadn't opened, this would have been the first time it was closed in nearly 60 years. New at 10, St. Joseph County is hoping to improve their leaf pickup program. Tonight, the county auditor presented his recommendations to county officials. WSBT 22's Cassidy Williams is live in the studio. Cassidy, those recommendations don't include spending more money. An Elkhart County School District just hired officers for its own police department. Concord School Board voted to hire 2 school resource officers. They'll make up the Concord Community Schools Police Department. The officers will assume duties after a swearing in. That's set for May 1st. They'll patrol school grounds and also some adjacent streets.
They know the importance of.
Officers will report to the superintendent.
It is prom season, but that can mean big expenses. While a local woman is gathering dresses to make prom special for everyone. And Bill O'Reilly has reigned on Fox News for nearly 2 decades, but that came to a halt today. Why the network announced the primetime host's exit. From 2011 to 2016, the city says that the amount that they've paid out is far less than in previous years. But we wanted to know why the city chooses to settle and which cases got the most money.
He hit me, just been to hit the other car.
When Lucky Wea was hit on a sidewalk in South Bend after a high-speed police chase and then detained, he sued for excessive force. The city settled and he got $225,000. This video showing former officer Theo Robert punching Jermaine Harris prompted a lawsuit. It was settled for $55,000. These are just 2 of the settlements.
There have been a lot of cases where we want to take a case to the mat. Sometimes we do, but often we don't, because we know that the litigation, the court fees, even when we think we're right, may not be worth it compared to arranging a settlement that's going to put a firm lid on the amount of taxpayer money that's going to go into dealing with a particular case.
One group of cases stands out in that $1.3 million, the police wiretapping case that cost taxpayers $787,000 in settlements. $500,000 went to the officers involved, $50,000 to the former chief, and $235,000 to the former communications director. Why did the city choose to settle in all those different cases?
Yeah, I mean, that was a case where it was almost a crossfire of lawsuits. But the bottom line was we knew there had been a problem with violations of the Wiretap Act. And we also knew that the longer that was left dangling, the worse it was for the city.
Local attorney Peter Agostino says there are a lot of reasons to settle.
There's a lack of predictability when you let someone else decide a case for you, whether it's a judge or a jury, and that uncertainty always gets factored into driving a settlement.
Many of these cases involving the police department happened before South Bend Police Chief Scott Ruskowski took office. He said he's doing what he can to avoid any potential lawsuits regarding use of force.
It's not us going out and arbitrarily using force. We're only reacting to the situation that we're presented.
I might be waiting for you just to get close enough for me to attack.
And Chris Brady teaches defensive tactics to all South Bend officers.
You need to handcuff me, and I'm not cooperating.
And then we'll figure out what to do after
And we'll figure out what to do.
Okay.
He gave me a lesson in how an officer decides to use force.
All right. Is this anything like what you'd attempt to be doing?
You would definitely need backup for something like this.
It's just one way the police department is training officers to handle any situation.
You can train all you want, but when your life is about to end, and that's your belief, you can't breathe anymore, you can't move anymore, or you're to that point where you almost can't do anything anymore, you have to make a choice.